Well, hi everyone. I'm Andy Asher. I'm editor at BloomerBoomer. Now, before I really started digging into learning about our guest for today, I figured we would simply be talking about like dieting, weight loss, and conditioning. Now, was I ever surprised? It's changed tremendously. The difference between now and 20 years ago is a change in focus away from deprivation dieting to a more holistic, healthy lifestyle all the time. And maybe more amazing, it's not just for the young and nubile, but this new focus is moving away from calorie counting and shifting to a sustainable, healthier lifestyle, which, by the way, is perfect for us when we get older. And today's guest has some amazing results with what he calls functional wellness that focuses on the optimal functioning of the entire body and its organs. Now, you will meet him in just a moment. His name is Andrew Sartory, and he helps people like us who are part of the Plus 50 Good Life. We'll talk with Andrew in just a moment. But first, I just want to let you know that this show is part of the Plus 50 Good Life movement, a project of the BloomerBoomer.com publication. We have several shows, and you can subscribe to on YouTube and Facebook and through BloomerBoomer. We have other regular shows, our World Festival Tour to include on your bucket list, our Healthy Green Cooking Show with Mimi. Check them out. You may walk away with one of those aha moments. Now, we will be right back with Andrew Sartory and what amazing results he's achieving for people in the Plus 50 Good Life through functional wellness. We'll be right back. Well, our guest is Andrew Sartory, and what amazing results he's achieving for people in the Plus 50 Good Life through functional wellness. Andrew, it's good to have you here.
Hi, thank you, Andy. I'm so glad to be here.
Well, you know, you've really changed the mold because so often I've followed all the diet programs and I've never really ventured into one, but my fiance is, of course, looking at that all the time, and I have a lot of friends, and over the years that's been a pretty major part of everyone's life. But your focus is on a little bit different group. I mean, how did you come up with all this? It's really, and I don't want to overstate the point, it seems a little revolutionary.
Right. So, I mean, I came up with this because I've been through, so many different trainings and learning about functional health and functional wellness. I didn't come up with that concept myself. It's been emerging quite a bit and transforming so many lives, but I found that a lot of the approaches that practitioners take have just really overwhelmed their clients or their patients, and they haven't been able to actually stick to the plans. And I found that myself actually with working with clients as well. And so what I started doing is I started creating really easy to follow, simple systems that are just really meeting people where they're at and also helping them come up with small action steps that they feel really comfortable that they can take, but that add up to each other, and just helping small changes actually resulting in really big changes in how people look and feel. And it's been pretty amazing to see how great this has been working for my clients.
You know, one thing that surprised me, and you tell me if this is correct, but it looks as though the emphasis is moving a little bit away from dieting and necessarily losing a bunch of weight, but a little bit of a broader scope than that.
Yes, I'm so glad you said that. So, yeah, the research has shown that when people go on a diet, they might lose weight, but they actually gain it back. And when they lose half fat and half muscle, and actually gain it back as all fat, and they end up worse than when they started. And so many people I've worked with have tried Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig and things where they're counting and feeling deprived. But the approach that we're starting to take is not focusing on just losing weight or how much am I eating, but focusing on nourishing the body and doing things that are good for yourself, and really just focusing on trying to feel your best, feel more joy, feel more happiness every day. And then what's amazing is a side effect of that is weight loss that actually stays off. And so, it's such a great win-win scenario that so many people are experiencing when they're taking this holistic approach.
You know, and I think you said the key word from what I've understood about other diet programs is people can lose weight, but they can't keep it off.
Right, right, absolutely.
And
And
so I guess to bring more of a holistic approach and not just focusing on weight loss, but a little broader picture than that.
right, and a big part of it is actually kind of working on mindset and self-worth and even just self-love. So all of these tiny little pieces come together, and when people kind of raise awareness and raise their self-worth and also learn more about the body, it raises their consciousness and their awareness. And what happens is, as they start to feel better and their consciousness is higher, they start to automatically make better choices for themselves without feeling deprived.
So you've worked with people over 50 because I've seen them on your website. What do you find unique about those of us?
Um, People unique about people over 50.
Yeah,
So
in terms of what you do to help us, with our entire conditioning and overall wellness.
right. So what's unique about the over 50 crowd, and I've yeah, most of my clients have been over 50, even 59, 68 or older. And the biggest thing is that so many of y'all are taught that having joint pain or feeling tired all the time is just a part of getting older and that there's nothing you can do about it. But that actually couldn't be further from the truth, because up to 90% of these things are actually preventable and reversible, and they're completely related to your stress and other factors of your lifestyle, like your diet. And actually, I was very sick at a young age, starting from age 12 up to 22. And my friends and I would joke that I'm on so many medicines and so many pain and in so much pain that I'm like a 21-year-old trapped inside a 70-year-old's body. And
That's
it
quite a
wasn't
description, yeah.
right. And that's how I felt. I was waking up in pain every day. My back hurt, just all these things. And it wasn't until I found this functional, holistic approach and also kind of working on more happiness and stress reduction that I started to get a whole lot better. And I found that the people that really can use the support more than anyone else tend to be the baby boomer population. And so I've been so blessed to be able to work with so many of them.
That's really neat. Now, you also studied, I suppose. You've done some tests. I spoke to, I think it was Alicia in your office, and this whole program kind of came together with some discoveries that you had made you believe that this is really something that other people could benefit from.
Yes, yes. So when I was in my really sick period, I learned about functional medicine, which there's a lot of medical doctors that practice this now. It's becoming more popular because it's so effective, and it's about getting to the root cause of the symptom, whether it's depression or joint pain or fatigue or extra weight. There's a reason why it's happening. It's not just spontaneous, oh, all of a sudden there's arthritis or Alzheimer's or cancer. And so that field has really specific lab tests that are very different from conventional labs that look at how the body is functioning. But these tests can be thousands of dollars because you need to retest and keep doing them. And there's supplement plans that work, but again, they're thousands of dollars and it can be a lot to follow. And so I was working with clients with these expensive lab tests and supplements, and what I found is they would get really great results, but because they weren't adopting the lifestyle, the mindset, they would fall back to where they were. And so I just knew there had to be a better way that didn't require thousands of dollars in labs and supplements, that really helped people build a foundation from the ground up to slowly, learn and raise awareness and start making small changes that add up to absolutely big changes in how people look and feel.
Now, your program is really in its infancy, but even then, you have a lot of people who are already committed to you. How did that all come about?
I think so. So I ran this program in March, and it was a smaller group that went through it, 10 people. And honestly, the results people got were much more amazing than I even thought they would be. And so so people are seeing, wow, Bernice at age 59, she lost 45 pounds. Her arthritis went away. She has so much more energy. And like people are seeing these great stories and they're thinking, okay, I can do this too. And they're also just really resonating with so much of the positivity we're putting out there. We're doing a lot of different daily activities, and so much people today are craving more joy, more happiness, and also just knowing that life is good. And so I think people are really resonating with this message that it is possible, even if you're 55 or 65 or 75, to start over, to have a new beginning, and to feel like every day is the best day ever, honestly, and really enjoy life.
Wow, well, that's really encouraging. So, tell us a little bit about what's coming up.
So we've got a lot of things happening. So right now we are doing a master class, which is completely free, and calling it the Ultimate Get Healthy and Happy Master Class, where we're teaching people how to break free of the extra weight, fatigue, joint pain, and more that plague people past age 50, but without counting calories or complex workouts or going hungry. And so this is a great thing that's happening. And we're having one on the 26th and the 29th as well, and we might have another one after. And we've also got a 90-day program coming up, which is the program we've kind of been talking about, Total Reboot 90, which it's about a 3-month program, and each week there's video content and small action steps that really empower people to meet themselves where they're at, get really clear on the ultimate healthy, happy life that they want to have, and then ultimately go on a 90-day journey where they take huge leaps and bounds towards it. And again, when people are at the end of this program, they find that they feel healthier and happier than they really thought was even possible just 3 to 6 months before the program started.
How neat. Okay, and how do folks get a hold of you, Andrew?
Okay, so they can get a hold of me they can email me at andrew@sartorywellness.com. And if they are interested in the program or some of the master classes, they can go to www.totalreboot90.com. So TOTALREBOOT90.com.
That's great. Yes, and we're gonna be working with this program here at BloomerBoomer, so you can find some of the information here as well. And I think it's pretty exciting. It's great to see this new focus on health and diet and just overall conditioning. I think it's makes a lot of sense, and it's surprised me. I didn't know that something like this works, and it does, huh? Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the best part is that it's all based in research. All the information's out there. But it's hard. You could go right now and read 100 books and learn all of this for yourself, but right, that's overwhelming. So what I've done is I've really put all the best research together, and I've framed it in a way that's really easy to implement, and that literally anyone can do it if they're able to read and do really simple things like that.
Andrew, thanks so much. Thanks for taking the time, and great success, and want to hear back from you after you get some of the classes underway, okay?
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love that. Thank you, Andy.
Our guest is Andrew Sartory, and what amazing results he's achieving for people in the Plus 50 Good Life through functional wellness. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back. Well, I hope you liked the show and learned a thing or two. The full show will be available on YouTube and at BloomerBoomer. The audio version will be available on Apple Podcasts. And we have other shows coming up with some amazing guests. So please like us on Facebook and visit us at bloomerboomer.com. Until next time, so long.